Okay, so welcome back to the Drivetime podcast. I'm Jacqui Barker. I'm here with Bex Day from She's Electric, and here are our outtakes. So Bex,
Yes.
Let's think about you spend a lot of time with OEMs and around tech, but also around EVs. But what do you think, is there a biggest myth around technology, or what would you say in your experience are the biggest myths?
We touched on this before. I think I called it Emperor's New Clothes. But I think the biggest myth around EV tech at the moment is that it is sort of in some way inaccessible or in some way akin to a spaceship. A lot of that comes down to, I think, you sit in a car and a product specialist says to you, wow, it's like a spaceship. Or it drives like a go-kart, but it's a spaceship. Actually, it's still a car. So I think for me, the biggest myth around tech is that it is something that is wildly different to what we currently have.
And we just have it on our phones or on our laptops already, or in our houses, and we can talk to a device in the corner and it talks back to us now.
Yes.
Which is mental.
Yeah, so actually when you're getting in and driving your electric vehicle, compared to the fact that, yes, you're currently conversing with a small cylindrical thing in your kitchen and, your phone is actually tracking everything that you're doing, eating, whatever else. So yeah, I mean, the car thing, I think, is well within the remit of how we're living our lives technologically at the moment.
Okay, so don't sweat it.
Yeah.
It's all fine. You're used to it. You'll get over it.
Yeah.
Talk to it. It'll talk back to you. Okay, so what's one tech tool you can't live without in your life?
My tech tool, it's just my phone. I mean, that's just, everything's on it. It's bad. I mean, I'm looking at it far too much, and I get told off about that all the time.
Do you set limits on your screen time?
Nope. Should do, though. But yeah, everything. I mean, obviously running a business, everything is on my phone. Everything.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, my life is on my phone, my diary, my bank, everything, my travel.
Yeah.
I love that actually now. I travel everywhere and you don't have to print off anything.
No, I know. And I sometimes wonder, like, if I lose that thing, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
But maybe it'll have to happen for me to understand.
Back it up.
Yes.
And then you get a new phone the next day and you just download it all again.
This is true.
Have Find iPhone deployed.
Yeah, I do need that. Find everything. Yeah.
I've got an AirTag now for my keys. I love that because I lose my keys several times a day. Yeah. So I actually now have an AirTag and I can deploy it. I'm like, where are my keys? I've got an AirTag on those keys.
You see, I have a key ring that is incredibly eye-catching. It's bright yellow and it has a pair of boobs on it, which I've had for ages. A friend bought me it. It's quite cute. It's like cartoony. But then the other day, my 5-year-old just went, Mummy, there's boobs on your keyring. And I was like, oh.
You need to change that.
I need to change my keyring.
Put an AirTag on it instead.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the bright yellow keyring is fine, but if the keys are in a pocket, no chance.
Yeah. No, people do know that they are my keys, though, because everyone's got used to seeing
boobs.
My boobs. Not my boobs, my boobs.
That's not great. Okay, so what would you think is the next, or for you, what's the most exciting innovation that you think will be coming down the pipes in the next 5 years, or coming down the tracks? Let's keep it roady.
So I was at a conference, actually it wasn't this year, it was last year, learning a lot about Google, and they were working with an automotive partner, and they were showing some of the things that your car might be able to do pretty soon. And part of me was absolutely terrified, because that's how I instantly react to new tech. And then I was like, actually, so it's things like, obviously conversing with your car, and you'd say to it, I want to take the team out for dinner tonight, and then the car would be like, oh, well, you took them here in this particular area, a year ago. According to your ratings, you really like this place. Here are two. Do you want to choose between them? And you'd click, or you'd say, yes, I'd like to choose that particular restaurant. And then it would say, okay, would you like me to send the details of the car park to your team? So you'd be like, yes, please. And it'd be like, okay, your team have all been notified that they need to meet here and here. Is there anything that you'd like me to send over to the restaurant in terms of dietary requirements? Blah, 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 blah. So obviously I look at that and I'm like, whoo. But then I'm like, I'm a really busy single mum, business owner. If that was available, if that was at my fingertips,
yeah.
And off the back of that, that's what got me really wanting to include a lot about AI and tech into our She's Electric events, because I just feel like, again, there's that fear that we don't really understand it, so we're going to ignore it. But actually, it's coming, and let's just make sure it works for us.
Do you know what I would love to see just on that? It's because you've got a young child, and that kind of those early years at school are horrendous in terms of diary management.
Oh my God, yeah.
Can you please get the schools to integrate their diary into your diary?
I've got it. So you get in the car and it goes, have you got the swimming kit?
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
It was very funny. My husband at the time took our then 4-year-old to the swimming pool. And I was taking him. I think I was pregnant with number 3, and I said, can you take him swimming? And he came back in the house. He went, "Oh, he's forgotten his swimming kit." I went, "He's 4. You forgot you forgot his swimming kit. So did you get back in? Have you got the child? Have you got their kids?"
Yeah, I think that's it. We've now we can actually go away and maybe create this. Some kind of you add in. I love it. Do you know that it is early pickup today because it is half term? That would be a good one.
The other thing as well is I remember talking to another. She's brilliant. She works for one of the OEMs, and she said to me, "Oh my God, how do I manage this?" I said, "You turn up at the school gates and you find your tribe, and they literally get you through it. It's the only way to do it.
Oh, yeah.
It really is." And actually, there are mums and dads, and I think that's the best thing that came out of COVID is that parents now can pick up children, not just mums. I actually think I've got people that work in my team who are really, men as well, are active in their school pickups. And I think I really welcome that. So
I think it's also about finding your tribe. But I did meet someone the other day and it's also about knowing who isn't your tribe. And she said, sometimes I drive down, I don't even stop the car. Because if I look around and it's like not, I'm literally like kicking my son out of the car, but I don't even have to stop because I've noticed that none of my tribe are there. It's like the other tribe. But I think it just made me laugh, like the idea that there's poor old kids being just like, out the car.
Out the door.
Like I'm gonna crawl, but I'm not stopping. Out you get. And then careen back out again.
Funny. That is quite funny. Okay, so what we're thinking about road trips and slowing down to let your child actually get out of the car safely.
That's not a recommendation.
That's not great. So so what would you say is your best road trip, either past or planned?
This is my job used to be to put together Aston Martin Art of Living road trips. So I have got a bank of pretty awesome road trips that I've done or that I've planned or that I've organised. So
nice.
I've done stuff up in Scotland. I've done the whole Lakes and Alps, so the kind of Lake Como, done around Geneva, done some cool stuff in California. Obviously, that's always a good one. A bit of like going out into Joshua Tree and all around there. So yeah, I mean, I've done quite a lot. And I'm quite lucky to have done that. Probably some in Italy, actually. Some of the Italian ones.
Nice. Very
nice. But if anyone wants a good old road trip itinerary with some nice hotels baked in, drop me a note.
I'll hook you in for the Italian trip. Yeah, we're doing an Italian road trip this year, so that should be good. That'll be fun. I'll do that separately.
But doing the recce's for them, I remember being in a tiny, very small white Fiat 500 up in the Dolomite Mountains during a snowstorm and going like, this is not... the recce's were always probably more fun than the events themselves. But.
And then for you then, what would you listen to? What would be your go-to track? Obviously, you've got a 5-year-old, so you've got to listen to some terrible things, but
he's getting better. At the moment, he's going through a chase and status phase.
Nice.
Yeah, which I'm down for. So yeah, a bit of chase and status, I think, for me and Red to bond over. But without the swear words in, obviously.
Yeah, you have to edit those out.
Yeah,
it's not great.
Yeah, put Stormzy on mute or whatever. But yeah, that would be my chase and status is always a good one.
I remember seeing Chase and Status at the O2 for a New Year's Eve thing. We were invited by BMW, and they just had Chase and effing Status. They were like, just said it, like the effing word a lot. Yeah. And I was like, oh, right, okay.
Yeah, what's the one? Badder Dan is Red's favourite. Right, so nobody's better than me. Nobody's better than me. Yeah, that's And to bearing in mind, he's like 5. He's sort of shouting that when he goes into school. I'm a little bit proud. Yeah, it's better than gummy bears anyway.
God, hell yeah, absolutely right. Well, listen, thank you so much for your outtakes. That's been great. I'm going to make sure I come back to you with the Italian road trip top tips, and also like best hotels. You should watch some reviews, and then I'll be listening into. We'll maybe put a link to Chase and Status on the podcast
soundtrack.
Soundtrack, definitely. Okay, thanks,
cool.
Bex. Thanks again so much.
Thank you.